Okay, Glute, this is to you. I don't want you to misunderstand, okay? So I'm going to take it.
A war coming over in the Middle East.
Yes, I said there was a war coming. And it's prophesied.
And now Kim whatever in North Korea, Monday they have the 100th birthday of Korea and of his great-grand.
So Monday they are going to have a birthday. Got 100th birthday. And the leader that started Korea looks like the one that we have right now, okay? But let's go on.
First to leave South Korea.
So,
and he keeps threatening.
Well, and we go back a little bit, because...
Well, today...
It was today on the news.
Deadline that he's supposed to shoot off a missile.
Yep. He's supposed to shoot a missile.
All of the ambassadors to leave.
And he did.
Korea.
It was on the news.
All the tourists to leave South Korea.
And he did.
And he keeps threatening that he's going to launch these missiles at any time. Any time.
Okay.
Will they have nuclear warheads on them? Only God knows.
Okay.
Do I believe that he's going to set them off right now? I don't know. But I believe he'll gets enough to eventually.
You know, I don't know. Evidently, in our time, which tonight will be their daytime, so he could. While we're sleeping, he could set them up. Who knows? The little man is confused. He's little. He don't know what he's doing. He wants to measure up. He wants to be in the big chicken yard with all of the big boys out there playing games. I hope you heard that. Let's go on.
South China is basing their army along the border.
That was on the news too today, Gert, if you would listen.
South Korea is getting ready for a nuclear hit.
Yep, they are. That was on the news.
Even if it goes there. He may go out to Hawaii. Who knows? Who knows what this man is going to do. But we are in tense times. And as I was looking at this and studying and meditating, and I run across this video about Hitler.
I did.
Which reminds me
is down below on the links
our
there.
Country and the status we're in with unemployment, all this stuff that caused
See, I'm changing
Hitler
from
to get in power.
Glute, do you understand? I'm going from North Korea to a total different subject. I'm sorry, you really didn't understand that. That's my mistake. I should have said, now we are changing subjects. Okay.
Well, whether Obama is the one or not, but there is the spirit that was in Hitler arising again.
See, I was saying, now is Obama going to possess that spirit of Hitler? Nothing to do with North Korea. I hope you get that.
That spirit that caused Hitler to do the things that he did and hate the Jewish people so much.
Nothing about North Korea at this point. Listen.
I'm going to put that video up. And I advise you to listen to it. Look at it. Because, see, Germany really considered Hitler their Messiah. And what bothers me about that, how many times have people called Obama?
Remember, Glute, at the beginning, at his first term, as he was being elected, they called him the Messiah. I heard it on the news. Wow. Okay.
The Messiah. Lord help us. times are troubling.
Yes.
Things are growing more hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in our country, around the world.
Around the world. Come on, Glute, listen.
It's just about to blow up into a chaos and a major war that will astound people. It will be greater than World War II.
Yes, it
or
will.
World War I,
and it will.
or both of them put together. This war that's going to break out throughout the world is going to be total chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos beyond imagination.
Because it's going to affect the whole world. Nothing about North Korea.
People will be killed and destroyed just because of who they are and who they happen to be born to.
Mm-hmm.
They will be destroyed and killed because of their own beliefs. I believe in Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. I believe that he died on the cross that we should.
Well, let's go on.
Fear. The big roosters of the bigger hens, he would take them on. You know, I'm mighty. The chicken yard. And I'm going to take over, and I'm going to rule.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like North Korea's leader right now. He's fluttering his feathers,
really
but he's not the Antichrist.
Get our hearts right with Yeshua HaMashiach.
Not at all. Not even by a long shot.
We need to start cleaning this house on the inside out so that we will know
where can I find that?
Who he is, and he will go to him. And become,
this is where I said
be the one that comes up and be the Antichrist.
Okay.
People, we need to really get in prayer and get our hearts right with Yeshua HaMashiach.
I want to make this point.
need to start cleaning this house on the inside out so that we will know, because a one world order and a one world religion is coming.
Yes, it is.
And now upon us. Now, I'm not saying the leader of North Korea is going to be the one that comes up and be the Antichrist.
I do not say that, and I will never say that, because I don't think he will. I don't think, one, he's got the intelligence enough to be the Antichrist. Two, I don't think he has the power that the Antichrist will need and have to be the Antichrist, okay? Let me make that plain. If you misunderstood me, I am sorry. That's my fault. But I'm trying to clarify it, Glute.
The great ruler. But I'll tell you what he will do when that one comes.
When that one comes, the Antichrist comes, what will the leader of North Korea do?
He will see.
He will see
who he is, and he will go to him.
Yeah.
And become part of him.
See, what I'm saying is when he sees that this leader, with all of this power and with all of this authority, he will yield himself and his nation over to this Antichrist that will be with the spirit of Hitler, okay? Not Kim, whatever his name is, the North Korean leader. He isn't going to be, but he will bow his knee to this man because he will be so impressed with his leadership and how he talks. Just like, let me see, Germany will bow, England will bow, Russia will even bow to this one that will come up with that spirit of Hitler in him. All the nations, and guess what? America will bow her knee too. Okay, let's go on.
Because this man will arise with the very spirit of Hitler. That's why I'm going to
did you understand that video? Did you understand that? I said this man will arise with the very spirit of Hitler in him. I'm not saying Obama is that man. I'm not saying the North Korean leader. In fact, I know it's not him, for sure. I felt it in my spirit. There's other leaders of other little countries that will not be, but they will come part of it and bow their knee to it, because they will idolize this man. Okay?
Hitler arising in our generation.
And he's coming.
He's arising one more time. And I'm not talking about Hitler, the man Hitler. I'm talking about the spirit, that evil spirit that ruled, lived, possessed Hitler, and reigned through Hitler is arising again. So let us understand that the days of great sorrow is coming.
Now see, I had changed this to that man that will possess the spirit of Hitler that will come. It's not the leader of North Korea. And I'm saying this and I'm putting out to you, Glut, because if you misunderstood what I was trying to say, then others might. And I want it plain. I am not saying it is a leader of North Korea. By all means, no. I'm not saying that. And we'll never say that.
And when that day of great sorrow comes, they're going to come after the Jewish people once again.
They will, because that spirit that embodied Hitler hates the Jews. You know, the leader of North Korea could care less about the Jews. I mean, really. Hush. He's not for nor against the Jews or any of them, because as far as he's concerned, all he wants to do is be recognized as a mighty leader over North Korea. And that he wants to be recognized as a major player in the nuclear powers. He's a little man that's wanting to be pumped up and puffed up and say, you know, I'm just as strong as you guys because I've got nuclear weapons and I can nuke you just as well as anyone else can. You need to realize that I am a powerful man because I have the nukes. Nothing to do with the Antichrist or the spirit of the Antichrist. To me, I'm sorry, he's a cute little chubby baby, you know, in my eyes, and he's trying to grow up and don't know how to grow up because he's trying to follow after his daddy's footsteps. Oh, man.
I truly believe that Jerusalem will once again be occupied by the enemy.
Yes. I believe Jerusalem will be occupied by the Antichrist, whoever he may be. He will have the spirit of Hitler. He will want to destroy all the Jewish people and Israel in per se, and he will want to rule and reign from Jerusalem. Did I say North Korean leader? No. You've got two things that I'm talking about mixed up into one. This part, what I was talking about, has nothing at all to do with the North Korean leader. He ain't the Antichrist. He's not the one that's going to go over there and set up his leadership in Jerusalem. He ain't going to leave North Korea and go anywhere. Now, I hope we have that straight, Glut. Do you understand what I'm really saying?
And the people being drove back one more time. And then the fight will be on to reoccupy Jerusalem. reoccupy it from the Muslims and from the Jews fighting together.
Did you hear what I said? The Muslims and the Jews will come together to wage war upon Jerusalem, to take Jerusalem back from this entity that claims that he is Christ and that has set his kingdom up in Jerusalem on the Temple Mount. Nothing about the North Korean leader that was way back there. The only reason why I mentioned the North Korean leader is because he's been on the news and he's threatening to send missiles either to South Korea or to some of the islands out there in the Pacific, because Hawaii is sitting out there, okay? I put him there first to get him out of the way. I talked about what's going on with him to get him, you know, out of the picture. Because to me, he's not that important. Really, he isn't. But that spirit of Hitler, of the Antichrist arising, is important. And we don't know who he is. Good. We don't even know where he's really... He could be right here, right now, and we don't know who he is.
Because it says that Judah would be in the midst of the fight.
Yes, you can go over in Ezekiel and you'll find that Judah will rise up and fight against Jerusalem. Why would they be fighting against Jerusalem with all the other armies out there, which would be Muslims? Because whoever this thing is, or whoever he is, will go in there in the Temple Mount and he will take it up and set up his kingdom. And many nations will be deceived by him. Just happens, I think, the North Korean leader will look over there and go, wow, isn't he something? And he's so wise and he's so truthful. Oh, wow. You know, maybe I need to go over there and honor him. You know, like with all the other leaders of the world, maybe I need to go over there and honor him and gain his respect for my country. You know, with England, with all the others that'll go over there and bow their knees and act like he's a... I hope you understand, Glut.
For Jerusalem. Or why would she be in the fight, fighting with other people to take Jerusalem over? Because this person has set up his kingdom in Jerusalem.
Did I say North Korea? No.
And the Muslims will fight to get Jerusalem back because he will take over the Temple Mount.
Because the Golden Dome's over there.
He will shut the Temple Mount down. He will proclaim it, his rulingship, and
that's scripture. Glut, I know you know the scripture enough that you know that's scriptural. That's in prophecy.
A temple will quickly be built back. See, people says, well, it'll take a long time because they got to
Okay, let's go on.
Get your mind off what's happening in the Middle East.
Now, this is where I brought Korea back in.
People may say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, I may not know what I'm talking about, but I do know God knows what he's talking about. And why he gave me this warning to tell you about what's going to happen soon over Jerusalem. And for some reason, this thing that's happening in North Korea is part of it.
Now, I brought North Korea back into the picture because when something major is going to happen over in the Middle East, there seems to be a something happening somewhere else to draw your sight and your mind from the Middle East. And the only reason why the North Korean leader would set off nukes or anything is because Satan would use it as a diversion tactic, because while people are over there worrying about what's going on with North Korean leader and who he's going to bomb next and what he's going to do, and like pretty well what like we're doing right now, because he's all over the news right now, all upset and worried about what he's going to do or what he ain't going to do, and getting your eyes off the Middle East and what is really going to happen. Okay?
It's like a get your mind off what's happening in the Middle East.
See there, I just said that.
Get your mind on what's happening over there in North Korea with the nukes and what's going to be happening soon. It will be a distraction to people. And while they're concentrating on one thing over here, another thing is going to happen over there. He gave me this message to give to you as a warning.
Okay, I'm going to end it. Glute, I really hope you understand what I was trying to say and quit getting North Korea mixed up with the Middle East. Honestly, they don't have anything to do with the Middle East. You know, our little man over there in North Korea has no concept or even a desire to go over to the Middle East and set up anything. He's very happy being the leader of North Korea and giving everybody a hard time. He's very happy doing that. He don't want to go over to the Middle East and take over the Temple Mount and do all of this stuff. It's not even in his brain. Right now what he's wanting to do is nuke South Korea, one. He would like to send a nuke over and hit our country over in Washington, D.C. He's made the statements to that. So whether he can, I've said that it's a possibility if he can shoot a rocket off into outer space and set something up there, and I don't even know what he set off up there, maybe he could nuke Washington, D.C. But two things I was talking about. One was Korea and the leader of what could happen to draw our attention away from the Middle East and what will happen over in the Middle East. And when this man, not the leader of North Korea, no, not. Do you understand? No. That would go over there and do that. All I know is that when the Pope, this new Pope, become the Pope, I believe he has a lot to do with it, period. Now, I believe he has a lot to do with it, and helping set up a kingdom for the Antichrist, because the Pope is the false prophet. And he will help build it. And in the Holy of Holies, I can see the Pope bringing his seat in because he is the prophet. And he will prophesy from Jerusalem. That's what I see. Has nothing to do with North Korea. Only North Korea will be a diversion tactic to get people's mind off of what will be really happening in the satanic world of bringing the Antichrist about. Just a diversion. You know, he's not even really important. Yeah, he may bomb and nuke some places, but South China's already advanced at the door, and if he does that, they're planning on going in there and taking care of him, one way or the other. We'll probably send some over there to take care of him too. You know, but he's a diversion tactic that Satan is using, not man, but Satan is using to get your mind, Glute, and everybody else's mind off of what is about to happen over in the Middle East. Now that war will look like, make North Korea's little nuclear thing they may pull as nothing, because their war will be devastating. Devastating beyond reasoning. Now, I hope you really understood what I'm saying. I said this to you because I love you, Glute. And maybe I confused you. I hope I straightened you out. Because I love you, man. If you got confused, maybe others got confused. So I'm sorry if I did not speak it plain enough. I hope this time I did. So don't make me make another video to you. Understand that it is not North Korean leader going over there and doing anything to the Middle East. Nothing. They're a diversionary tactic of Satan. Okay? Do you understand that? Can you conceive it? Love you, man. I really do. You big old booby. I love you. All right. Good night.